Wow, wow. Wow.
Really? Don't tell me they're gonna start dimension hopping now.
Shield up! Attack!
I don't recall Shiro having to constantly give such specific orders during fights.
Limit his movements. There!
Wouldn't he just slice through the rock?
Didn't we blow up the gate?
How is he entering without it?
Because I gave his ships the ability.
Did you do so willingly? Because I don't know how you would do that unknowingly. Also, how does she know that's where he's going?
My father did it once before, but it's extremely dangerous.
Glad to know all of a sudden. Also, I guess nobody knew that Voltron could just transport to different realities at will, because before now, they have relied on wormholes.
Form sword.
Why is it the flaming sword and not the regular one she requested?
I underestimated you, Princess.
Yet he's standing there like he expected them to show up. Why is the sword no longer on fire?
Voltron is capable of more than we ever imagined.
Oh yay, new lion powers. Haven't seen that in a while.
See if you can dodge this!
He dodged it, no problem.
The universe at your fingertips and you still fear using it.
Alora's right. We're out of control.
Did you guys engage in battle with Lotor and plan on not killing him? Stop flip-flopping on the mission. Lotor could literally move out of the blast at any point he wants to.
Let's grab Lotor and get out of here.
No, we can't! We have to leave now!
We must try.
Hinge is right. We stay in here much longer and Voltron is done for.
But how? Is Voltron being so overloaded with energy that it's going to break? That's like me plugging up my laptop for too long and it exploding.
But we can't just leave him.
Why not?
If we'd stayed in the quintessence field, we would have kept fighting until we destroyed ourselves. Just like Lotor.
So he killed himself by trying to fight against your blast? Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
You saved us.
Not just us. The entire universe.
Not really. Lotor didn't want to destroy the universe or anything.
Oh, you're back! Lotor's no longer a threat.
Well, not until he wakes up and leaves that place as easily as he got there and starts messing things up again.
Those tears will continue to expand until all of existence as we know it has been destroyed.
How the hell does Pidge know that?
Scanning the rift for any strand refabrication possibilities.
How are you going to scan it to see if you can close it? I just want to know what part of the portal the magic close button is on.
Kuran, begin preparations. Everyone else, start unloading the castle. We need to evacuate immediately.
It's not really an urgent evacuation. There's only 3 people on the ship and a few tiny rats. Could they not think of any cooler visuals for the interior of an exploding ship other than just fading to white? How everyone is ignoring the fact that Pidge kidnapped a bunch of small creatures from their home. She's a step under Lotor in evil simply due to that action, but no one bats an eye at her.
It's inside the Black Lion. I've heard him talking to me. He tried to tell me, but I didn't realize.
Further proof that the original idea might not have even been cloning. The Shiro clone was acting like Shiro's soul was inside of him and that the clone and Shiro were fighting for control over the body. Not to mention, why would the Black Lion let a clone pilot it? Does it base worthiness only from appearance? Man, it's a good thing Allura knows everything now. They'll really have to BS us in order to have conflict in the show again.
You found me.
Since both Keith and Shiro have similar looking scars, I'm sure the Sheath ship rate is going to increase. But it better effing not. Shiro is literally Keith's surrogate father, and I'm not trying to hear about incest all the time. Clance is bad enough, thank you.
There's only one place that has the plans necessary to build a replacement for the Castle of Lions. Kuran gave them to my dad.
Why would he do that?
We're going home.
Why not go to the engineering planet and have your castle rebuilt in like a week?
You found me. You found me. You found me.
Alright, here's the recording for the final episode. We made it. Finally. Let's get it on. Glad to know all of a sudden. Also, I guess nobody knew that Voltron could just transport to different realities at will, because before now they've all blah blah blah. Try again. Glad to know that all of a sudden. Also, I guess nobody knew that Voltron could just transport to different realities at will, because before now they've I can't read. And there's commas in places where they fucking aren't supposed to be, and not some. How are you going to scan it to see if you can close it? I just don't. Fucking shit. What the fuck is wrong with my eyes? Can I not see? Am I fucking going blind? Fucking read the shit. How are you going to scan to? How are you going to scan it to see if you can close? I like how everyone is just ignoring the fact that. Man, it's a good thing Elora knows everything now. They'll literally... Since both Keith and Shiro have similar looking scars, I'm sure the Sheath... It's Sheath. It's pronounced Sheath. Ugh, disgusting.